welcome to This Is the Day with me, Bo Chansey.
And me, Ariana Earnshaw.
We have let Buddy Holly go.
Moment of silence, please, for Buddy.
He did not come back.
He did not come back.
He did not want to be in Snelson's tank.
Fairly. It's, I get it. But somebody did.
Yeah. So Alice is taking Buddy Holly in Snelson's place.
And she's really enjoying the algae wafers.
I see that.
13 grams of protein.
Yeah, a lot of protein in there.
A lot of protein.
Yeah, a lot of protein.
All right. Well.
Good for her. Taking a little vacay.
Yes, sirree.
I'm happy for Alice.
Here's the thing about Alice.
Okay. Oh.
She is not high maintenance
No.
at all.
No.
My goodness, what a joy to have around.
Truly, truly, truly.
Yeah, wherever we put her, she's like, let's go.
I'm in.
I know.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good morale boost.
Rocking it over there inside the
Yeah.
formerly occupied tank.
A great encourager, too. Just every day.
Yeah.
Just constant from Alice. Thanks, Alice. You deserve that little
Yeah.
time
Shows
away.
up.
Shows up.
That
She
really
shows
is the key.
up. Showing up.
Showing up. I keep telling people that. If you just keep showing up, eventually they figure they can't get rid of you.
Yeah, they're like, okay, I guess you're in.
I guess this guy's staying.
And-
That's been my secret here at Manchester Christian Church. I just kept showing up. Like
Yeah.
initially, I think I was supposed to be like the buffer preacher. My predecessor is a legend. Almost 30 years at MCC. God used them to help build an amazing church in the most unchurched state in the country, and I wasn't supposed to last. I'm that
You
guy.
just kept coming.
I'm that guy you bring in and you run him out of town after 6 months, and then you get your real preacher.
You're like, here it is.
That's why they took a flyer on me. They're like, nah, he's not going to last anyway. We'll go with it.
Well, just do
But I
it.
just kept showing up and showing up. It's kind of like This Is the Day.
Should we just keep showing up?
Keep showing up. Last week you and Drew did 2 shows without me.
Yeah,
The
we
first
did.
2
We did the first 2.
that had happened. And it turns out the show does go on.
See, I've heard that before.
Yeah, I had to.
I've never lived it out.
I never wanted to find out for sure, but the show does go on.
It did go on.
You guys did great.
It did go on. So,
But then I showed up again on Monday.
yeah.
I did.
And we were like, okay. Yeah, this feels normal again. Things are right. Things are balanced.
I don't
Things
know
are
about that,
balanced with the world.
but yeah. Show up.
Just anywhere that you want to be.
Just keep
showing up.
Everybody
and then
else.
eventually,
Yeah, well.
you want that job? Just interview, but you didn't get it? Just go anyways.
Ariana, I'm not kidding. I'm dead. So my first,
Yeah.
I graduated from college. I was interning at a church. That was the 3.5 hour drive from where my college was. And so Summer and I had just gotten married, and every weekend we would drive. It cost us more in fuel to drive there than they were paying us. And that is not an exaggeration. But we drove every weekend. So the first 3 months of our marriage, every single weekend, I was working, we were driving to do this, and she was awesome about it. Staying with other people and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that was where I wanted to be. I wanted to work there. But they were very clear that they did not have a job for me. And so it was like, so you should probably find a job. And I had a resume and had some experience and had some opportunities, but that was where I wanted to be. And so I just kind of kept showing up. And so they were like, well, okay, we'll fire our janitorial service and we'll pay you part-time to be our janitor. I was like, okay,
Great.
I'll do that. My parents were thrilled. Got that college degree and
Right out the gate.
went right to work,
Oh, yeah.
making $12,000 a year.
Yep.
And so I showed up, and I wasn't that good at it. In fact, I was pretty terrible at it. Turns out to be a good janitor, you need to have this thing called attention to detail, which I do not possess, but I
Sure did.
kept showing up. Then I found out in a staff meeting that they had hired a new janitor that would be starting January 1. that's how I found out
You're
I
like,
was no longer employed as the janitor. And they had ordained me into the ministry and told me, now go find a church to work in ministry. But I was working and doing ministry stuff, working with junior high students. But I was like, and I had an offer, but I was like, no, I want to be here. So I just kept showing up. And so they were like, okay, well, we have a little part-time money for you. We'll give you that. I just kept showing up. And then halfway through, they like doubled that and then just kept showing up. And
Okay.
that's my story.
There you go.
I got really nothing else other than just show up where you want to be.
Show up wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay. It works.
I don't know.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a raging success. But
At
no,
least.
truth is, I am right where I want to be, and I love what I do every single day. That's an absolute fact. So,
Yep.
in my mind, that is success, and I feel like I'm right where God wants me to be, and I'm having the time of my life, and I love it every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, showing up is really the key. Do you know that I've written an email to the church every single week since 2 weeks before I started here? And it has never not happened.
Consistency.
Show up.
Show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always a new email. I don't,
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't,
yeah.
I don't
no, you
go
write
and
them.
pull, one from 5 years ago and
No, you
recycle
write. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Show up.
I see you writing them in our meetings.
Oh, yeah, sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
They're new.
They are new
They're
and
meaningful.
fresh.
You mean them.
Okay.
Okay.
Show up.
Yeah.
That's my encouragement to everyone today. Show up where you want to be.
And thank you for showing up for this. And also,
Absolutely.
if you did show up for this, share it so
Sure.
that other people can show
Show up
for the
and
show.
share.
Show up for the show and share it.
Share it. Show.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
Show.
Show.
Share.
Share.
Show,
Show.
show, share, show.
Share. Show. Share.
we got it.
Thank you.
Show. Share. All right, Ariana, it is Friday, and you know what happens on Fridays. On
Yeah, I do.
Fridays, we get to do a proverb of the day. It's a proverb of the day. It's a proverb of the day. I may cry. That was, like, you got me there. Getting so much better.
Thank you.
Took the notes from yesterday.
Yes.
So much better. I felt it.
Thank
I know
you.
what
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you.
Our proverb of the day is Proverbs 11:30. It says, "The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and the one who is wise saves lives." The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and the one who is wise saves lives.
Yeah.
All right, Ariana, what jumps out at you there?
Well, I think differently than before, when I read through this, I was like, okay, tree of life. And then, and then for some reason, my brain was like tree. And I was like, why is this tree word standing out to me so much? Just tree. Like,
Okay.
what is why? What? And so then I read it again. I'm like, okay, let's focus on tree, just like kind of isolated. And then what I realized was that it says at the end here, the one who is wise saves lives. And we're talking about the fruit of the righteous. And I think I honed in on tree because trees give us oxygen
Okay.
to live.
Yeah.
And like a little bit out of maybe the context, I was just like, okay, so then I want to be like a tree. I want to be life-giving. I don't want to ever be like sucking life from people or being worldly. I want to be someone who gives life and brings life to people with wisdom and grace and yeah, I don't know. I just was like, okay.
For sure.
Different and a little weird, but
Not weird.
Tree.
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 Be a tree. You know what trees do?
tree.
You know what trees do? They grow where they're planted.
Sure do.
Thrive where you are, show up, grow where you're planted, wherever God's put you, whatever
Yeah.
family He's put you in, whatever job He's put you in, wherever place He has you, just grow where you are.
Yep.
Thrive there where He has you. And, this is, it's a tree of life. A living tree is useful.
Yeah.
It can provide shade
Yeah.
for people, for protection from the sun. It provides, I didn't even think about oxygen.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
there's a real key component right there. Pretty fantastic. There's fruit from a tree. You know, if you have an apple tree or an orange tree or cherry tree, or whatever, you get that. But and there's food to eat there. But that tree is useful. But if the tree is dead, I mean, now what do you got? Firewood?
Right.
But it's burned up and consumed. But this living tree continues to bear fruit and is useful and has a positive impact on the environment that it's in. So I would say, if we examine our lives, are you having a positive impact on the environment that you're in? Are you bringing life to your coworkers?
Yeah.
Are you bringing life to your family? Are you bringing life to your neighbors?
Yeah.
And how can you tell?
Yeah.
I think those are important questions to kind of wrestle with, because I know sometimes I get sideways, like I get sideways with God and something's off there. And all of a sudden, instead of bringing life into these relationships, I start bringing elements of death. It's about me and I'm ouchy, or I'm irritated or irritable. I'm frustrated and, easily angered. And now I'm living according to this sin nature, and, it's everybody else's fault. It's never my own, right? It's always those people. And it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. If I'm having trouble with everybody, I'm the common denominator.
Yeah.
So what's going on here?
Right. Yeah, that's just true. You never want to you never want to be there. It's so hard to be to see those things and to admit them and to kind of work out of that, but.
Oh, yeah. And it can be, for me, I know for sure, so unbelievably self-indulgent.
Yeah.
Which grieves me and breaks my heart. So I really try to pay attention to that. I'm upset maybe about something, and maybe I have a quote unquote right or a reason that is reasonable to be upset about something, but I hold on to that.
Yeah.
And so even the freedom to overlook an offense. I was chewing on this recently. There was an offense. It's a legitimate offense that I could choose to do something about. Now, one choice would be to talk to the person and say, hey, here is a legitimate offense, and I want to bring this to your attention and give you an opportunity to respond. Maybe we can work through this together, and that is appropriate and okay. Or I can choose to overlook the offense, which is also appropriate and okay. To say, you know what, I'm giving that person the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to overlook this intentionally, choose to not hold on to that and overlook it. But if I make that choice, I better do it.
Yeah, yes. Right.
I better do it.
And I actually have to do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
And that's something which I think is great. So in this particular case, I've really been talking to the Lord a lot about that. Okay, what do you want me to do? I will. I don't mind being confrontational and going that route, but I don't sense that from you. I have the opportunity and the freedom to overlook this, and it doesn't mean that if something happens again in the future, I couldn't say something.
Right.
But if I'm gonna overlook it, Lord, I want to overlook it instead of kind of letting it rattle around in the back of my head. I want to actually overlook it.
Claiming it, but not obeying it.
Right. I don't want to play games with that.
Yeah, I can do that. That feels good for me, but you never really do it.
Right, because it's still lingering there. So now I'm holding this against a person.
Yeah.
And it's wrong, it's unhealthy, and it is relationally destructive.
Yeah.
And so that option, either to intentionally fester a wound, I'm gonna pick at it and keep it.
Yeah, right.
And I can do that, for my own self-preservation or protection or whatever. It's just foolish, if I trust him.
Yeah.
Or to be no, that's what I'm going to do, or just, I don't want to mess with it or deal with it. We do that sometimes too. But it's there and it's nagging and it's not of God.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a dead tree, it's not living. But anyway, this the fruit of righteousness is a tree of life.
Yeah. Love it.
So righteous just means right living. If we have the opportunity to overlook, then that, or to, to do the relational hard work, then I say, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
Proverb of the day, with your best work yet.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well done. Now we have a calendar page. It's a recipe. You like to cook?
Nope.
No? I thought, not a cooker?
Nope.
How do you feel about the Gazpacho.
I don't even know what gazpacho is.
This is a gazpacho recipe. Gazpacho.
I don't know what it is. What it is.
I believe gazpacho is like a cold soup. Am I correct?
Cold soup?
It is.
Cold soup.
A cold soup?
Yeah.
But what do you put in it?
Well, we got all kinds of things. We've got tomatoes and red pepper, green pepper, a cucumber, garlic,
Wet bread.
wet bread. What is? I'm
that
out.
sounds horrible.
Yeah, olive oil and vinegar.
That sounds so bad. That literally sounds so bad.
I was like, all right, so we got the wet bread. This feels like a prank.
Wet. Yeah, all these things that are pretty normal, and then just put some soggy bread in there. Just wring it out.
Where do you keep your wet bread?
In the bread pool. Obviously.
Bread pool.
Bread box is a bread pool.
Bread pool. It's a new action hero movie.
Does it have to have wet bread to be gazpacho?
Gazpacho.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm thinking about now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go with me here.
We're going.
French onion soup is so good. And it also is just warm wet bread. So is that different? Like, now I was really hard on the wet bread until I realized that I know another thing that I like that has wet bread in it.
I'm not a big fan of the French onion soup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it because of the bread?
It could be.
Oh,
I hadn't
okay.
put my finger on it before, but that could be it.
I love French onion soup.
Okay.
So this is a weird moment for me because I think if it wasn't hot, I would be weirded out by
Make
it.
some gazpacho.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Chop it up.
Salt to taste. Okay.
Mix it together.
Maybe I'll try it.
Okay. What is
5 ounces of wet bread? Are you weighing the liquid or are you... Anyways, okay.
Yeah, is that pre-wet?
How do you measure the ounces and then you wet the bread with the 5 ounces, or do you buy wet bread?
Maybe
I don't
overthinking
know.
it.
Maybe, probably.
Just mix it up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Gazpacho.
All right, so yeah, we got a recipe. Our other calendar gives us a day to celebrate, and today is Corn on the Cob Day. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob.
We have
Yeah.
whole background of
Corn
corn on the cob.
And you know what we also have? Corn literally on the cob.
You have 4 ears. Technically, you have 6 ears.
7 years,
7
including my 2.
ears of corn.
5 years of corn, 2 years.
Why do we call them
to here.
ears of corn? That's interesting, huh? On the cob.
I actually do not know. So can I just explain my favorite way to eat corn on the cob, really quickly?
Sure.
I'm just gonna explain it. I'm not gonna do it.
I don't understand. Well, I'm going to take one out.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to take one out.
Okay. I'll explain to you what I do. You do it.
Okay. So here.
You're gonna need this.
All right. So, Ariana, how do you like to eat your corn on the cob? We
Okay,
have corn
yeah.
on the cob.
Yep.
You have-
Okay. Shuck the corn.
Oh, shucks.
Yep.
That's what when I undress the corn, that's what the corn says on it.
He gets embarrassed.
It gets a little
Embarrassed.
embarrassed. This corn's very modest. It's. Aw, shucks.
Okay. So you shuck the corn, and yeah, you've gotten the yeah.
That's a mess.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Okay.
horrible, but great. Okay. So now, ideally, this would be cooked. Okay. So just pretend that it's cooked. No. Turn it on its side.
I got
or on like no,
on
yeah,
its end?
yeah, like on its end. Yes, like that. Now you're gonna take the knife, and you're gonna like shave it down. Yep. Yep. As
It's a
close
really
to the-
sharp knife.
Yes. It's okay. Good.
Why
job.
you wanted the knife.
This is good. Yep, just keep on sawing it down till you get to
Use
the
those muscles, Chansey.
These muzzles are for show. We've been over it before.
It's okay, we're just gonna keep on trucking along. Yep, okay, and
Yeah.
yes. So then, yep, then I eat the corn,
This corn?
that corn. You hit my tooth, try again. You missed.
We're gonna do this so we make it. I did it with Roger. He got it on the first try.
I'm sorry.
Still no? Open! You're moving. Yay! How is it?
It's great. It's actually it's tasty.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I got
corn inside my
corn in
my clothing.
my glasses. Okay.
It's invasive corn.
Oh man. Yeah, so that's how I eat corn. There's corn everywhere now.
It's in my belly button.
What did you tell us?
I feel it. It's cold and wet and in my belly button.
That's what you get. I have corn all over me.
I have a problem.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh, lovely.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't eat that one.
So celebrate National Corn on the Cob Day by eating corn however you do and also throwing corn at your friends.
Of course, this is now corn off the cob.
You could say that.
Was it safe to eat it raw? Because
I have no idea, but it tasted so good.
so good.
It tasted so good. Like I really. No, I'm not gonna
I
do
make
that.
a tummy ache.
I'm not gonna from corn?
Well, not
From the one that hit your belly button?
internally and externally.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. That's my favorite way. Normally if it were cooked it would kind of like come off as one chunk.
Oh yeah.
And that's
I like that.
like the
Yeah.
but
Good
it's
stuff.
also good to eat just raw, apparently. I did not know that. So, corn on the cob day.
Alrighty. So you want to do a little Trivial Pursuit?
Sure do.
Okay. If we got some Pop Rocks from Funded Box right here that are just itching to get out, see some of the world.
Yeah, right. They just want to see the
They
world.
just want to see the world.
Yeah.
The only way to get the Pop Rocks from Funded Box is to answer all 6 questions right on a Trivial Pursuit card. I can testify these Pop Rocks from Funded Box are incredible. I've had them. I would like to have them again. Today may be my day. Maybe it's your day.
Might be.
The only way to get them is you got to get all 6 right, so you got to guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't win if you don't play. So we have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition. Oldest cards, newest cards, dealer's choice. We have gone new all week.
I'm going old.
You're going old school.
I'm going old
All right.
school.
Ariana went old. Let's
Okay.
go. All right, here we go.
All right.
Still got kernels falling off. The kernel.
Starting with blue.
Blue, geography.
Okay. What two South American countries do not border Brazil?
I gotta name 2
Two.
South American countries
Yep.
that do not border Brazil.
Yep.
Well, Brazil is huge.
Yep.
Kind of like right there in the middle,
Yeah.
right? Kind of,
Yeah.
it's big.
Yeah, it's big.
All right, not great at geography. Thinking again, Argentina, it's on the bottom. I'm gonna guess one like really north, like Ecuador. Is that one?
That's one.
Okay, Ecuador.
That's one.
Let's see. No, Venezuela. Paraguay. I hate missing the first question.
I know.
Uh,
We can move on and come back.
no. Let
Okay.
me. Chile.
Would that be your final answer?
It is.
That's
Chile.
your final answer?
Is it right?
That's correct.
Chile.
Chile!
Hey.
Okay. Woo!
All right, we're off and running. Let's go.
Pink.
Pink.
Let's go, Pink.
Entertainment.
Who directed The Graduate?
Who directed The Graduate? Scorsese. It's not Martin Scorsese. Who directed it?
Yeah.
The Graduate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was. Let's come back to it.
Okay.
Let me think about that one.
Okay. Yellow.
Yellow history.
What food did Marco Polo introduce into Italy from the court of Kublai Khan?
What food did Marco Polo introduce to Italy?
Yep.
Pasta.
Pasta is correct.
Let's go.
Nice.
Brown.
Brown, art and literature.
What Egyptian writing material gave us the word paper?
Egyptian writing material. Papyrus.
Correct.
Okay.
Green.
Green. Science and nature.
Who invented the cotton gin?
The inventor of the cotton gin was the one, the only, the incomparable Eli Whitney.
Correct.
Nice.
Orange.
Orange, science and nature.
Who holds the career record for the most major league home runs?
These are old cards, 1981.
Yeah.
Current record holder is Barry Bonds.
Okay.
This was pre-Barry Bonds.
Sure.
And the answer is Henry Hank Aaron.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're coming back to it. Now we're coming back to the director of The Graduate.
My answer is Francis Ford Coppola.
Is that your final answer?
No.
Didn't think it was.
Who directed The Stinking Graduate? I don't know. That was my answer.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Mike Nichols.
Mike Nichols. Mike Nichols. I did not know that.
Okay.
Mike Nichols.
Okay. All right.
Mike Nichols. I've never even heard of Mike Nichols.
I don't know who that is. Not that I would, but okay.
Yeah.
A good run.
Gave it a whirl.
Gave it a whirl.
Gave it a whirl.
So if you also gave it a whirl and you got them all correct, you will win Pop Rocks from a Fun Day Box.
That's right.
Yeah, and probably like an extra nasty note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Feeling saucy.
Feeling saucy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do a little Everyday with Jesus?
Sure do.
All right, our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. Today's thought for the day says, entitlement is the great deception of our time. If God loves me, I will be healthy, wealthy, and better than everybody else. It's a brutal lie. Oh. And then Ezekiel 13, verse 6. Their visions are false, and their divinations a lie. They say, the Lord declares, when the Lord has not sent them, yet they expect their words to be fulfilled. Oh, so true. So true. When we think that, it's kind of like even the saying, like, God has your best interests at heart. I get the sentiment. I just don't think it's true. I mean, ultimately,
Yeah, but
I trust him with that. Maybe you give me
yeah,
on a
no,
technicality.
I get it.
I think the Lord, and this is what's so great about him, has his best interests at heart.
Yeah.
Now, what he wants is for all of us to be with him in the Father's house. But he has his best interests at heart.
Yeah.
And obviously that's what we were created for, and that's where we'll find the fulfillment that we're looking for. But if I start going, yeah, he's going to do this, and I'm not going to be able to understand what he's up to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because we'll start looking for him in us, like in a kind of incorrect way. I think like we'll kind of try to be like, okay, well, if I'm not X, Y, Z, then it must not be God or from God, or if I'm not at this status, or if I don't have this
Or even
thing,
going after that status or that thing and
Right.
saying that it's in the name,
right in the name of
the
yeah.
Lord. And it's like,
yeah.
no.
Gets
I mean,
really.
it's not what he has in store for us. So we could acquire titles, possessions,
Yeah.
whatever on our own merit apart from him, but let's not blame it on him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, seriously.
Like somebody gets like a new house, or they come into some money or something, and we'll say something like, oh, they're so blessed. I don't know that that's necessarily true. That could actually be a curse.
Yeah. And maybe it is a blessing.
It could be.
But I don't know that it is.
I certainly
for a
wouldn't
fact.
assume it.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't in him and it's not what he had in store for us, then it could take us further away from him and make it much harder for us
Yeah.
to find the abundant life that he actually has for us and the lasting soul satisfaction we crave.
Yep. Lasting soul satisfaction.
That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, very cool. This is the day.
Sure is.
Have a day.